Okay, so we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode number what we are at.
29.
Okay, episode number 29 of Get Help with Tanmay Mehta. And I'm super excited for this session because we have got some crazy amount of topics to discuss upon. With the recently held Smart Home Expo, I am sure those videos are going to obviously be live out soon. More and more. We have already got few of them live, and people have been really responding very well on it. But yes, there's more to it, and that is what we are going to talk about today. Apart from that, we do have some more topics to discuss upon, something like an upcoming Bangalore visit that we have for an Epson event. So I'm going to give you some insights about what is happening in the industry with regards to projectors, AV receivers, and speakers, because these are obviously the favorite topics that everyone has, and these are some of the topics that also confuses a lot of people in buying these equipments. They at times have price related questions, somebody would have choices related questions, so feel free to put that up in the chat box. But before you flood it with the questions which I'm obviously going to answer, why don't we start with an introduction? So for those of you who have just joined in or who do not know us, well, my name is Tanmay Mehta. I am a home cinema consultant. I've been in this business for last 11 years. And good news is that just, I think, 4 days ago, we completed 11 years to our business. So this is now going to be our 12th year. Started in 2013 when I was 23 years of age. And today, I don't have to tell my age, but I can tell you my business age, which is 11 years old now. So that's what we have been doing for last 11 years. Had a fantastic time, did close to 1,000 odd projects across India, thanks to all of you guys who have been supporting us uh, in whatever best ways you can. And with me I've got Atharva. So okay, that's Atharva, who is our videographer, editor, and who is also going to be voice to your questions if at all I forget them. So yes, that's our introduction. And we are based in Pune, in terms of our experience center, office, everything. But we do work across India, and we do have some extended partners in cities like Hyderabad, Delhi, uh, Bangalore. So yeah, that's what we do. Okay, I can see many people already live. Uh, Hi Shrikant, hi Sachin, hi Prabir, hi Srinivas, hi Jayanji. Nice to see some old faces as well as some new ones. We do have few questions already rolling in. What do you say, Atharva? Do you want to take questions, or do you want to first talk about our experience at Smart Home? Or
So we'll answer some questions first, and
okay,
then we'll, if at all topics goes through the Smart Home Expo, we'll definitely share our experience.
okay, that sounds fair. So yes, feel free to put your questions though, and if you have got anything to ask about Smart Home Expo, and I don't know if any of you visited that, feel free to share your experience also in the chat box, because I think this year's Smart Home Expo was like really,
They overkilled it.
yeah. It was very nice, very well organized. The venue was perfect, and I think the exhibitors also did a fantastic job in putting up their booths in the right manner in terms of presentation, in terms of the kind of product displays. So yes, we'll get on to that. I'll start with the first question, which is from Brian. Okay,
Yeah.
do you have? So Brian says, Tanmay, I have only one question. When will we see the review of BenQ W4000i? So Brian, I think we have been talking to the BenQ team as well as a lot of other brands, but because the What Hi-Fi exhibition and the Smart Home Expo happened back to back, they have been busy. I mean, the demo units have been busy. So I'm hoping to get their products hopefully this month, which we are very much active upon in terms of following. Uh, so once we get that, I'm definitely going to review it. But more than W4000i, if you really want some more better product to also review for from us, that is W5800, because that's like one of the nicest projector launches of this particular year, and has got very few competition. Only if we then look at something like Sim 2, which I'm going to come out with later, sometime later. Okay, we'll talk about that. Don't worry. Okay, moving on. Next question. Sachin says, I'm in contact with your office. Kindly check in advice. So, Sachin, or and to everyone. So, my team is, see, we have a limited team, right? Because we don't have too many home theater gigs in this country, and I'm trying to build one. So it would take some time, okay, at times for some of my team members to reach out to you. But believe me, everybody will get their callbacks in case anybody is left out. And with regards to Sachin, I think we do wait your. I have already gone through your proposals. So if you have got any questions around it, feel free to put them in the chat box. And not just yours. I think all the proposals or the solutions that are designed in accordance with me by my colleague Pooja. And my job is to obviously vet them before she sends it to you. So I do have knowledge about your proposals being there in our system and your solutions being designed from our team. And I do keep advising her in any changes. So yeah, don't worry about it. And all of these happen through the layouts, the videos, and all the content that you share about your project. Because the more data we get from you, the more rightly we are able to share our details about your installations or about your solutions properly. Okay, moving on, we have got Jayant. Congratulations on completing one more than a decade in a field. Oh, wow, that's nice. I didn't understand. It's more than a decade. So, thank you so much, Jayant, for your wishes. And thank you once again for your support. Devendra is asking best projector under 2 lakh. Well, Devendra, why don't you let us know whether you're looking for portable projectors or installation projectors? Maybe that will help us get some more clarity. In the meanwhile, I'll take up the next question, which is from Achut Kumar Gundappa. He's asking, is it worth buying? Okay, so Achut, no doubt Bose is known for their engineered sound, and you will always have a great uh, output coming from Bose. But whether it's technologically updated, probably not, because it misses out on Atmos, which is very, very important. So even if you get 360-degree audio, it's not going to give you the good Atmos separation. Second, there are a lot of challenges with regards to their own AV console, which is not very, very advanced to handle good gaming experience, HDMI 2.1 version, 120 hertz in 4K, etc. So that is another area wherein these lag. We have done actually a video which compares Bose Lifestyle 36, Bose Lifestyle 650, not compares, but yes, is a better alternative, which is the M&K Movie 5.1 and the B&W MT50 home cinema package, and that along with the AV receiver and two Atmos speakers will still be at a cheaper price point compared to the Bose. Also, to those of you who are still Bose fans, so Bose India is no more operational. I think it's been more than a year now. There's a Singapore-based company called Annixter who is now taking care of the distribution as well as the service support in Bose. So you may not get the same level of service as Bose used to give. Next question we have is from Sidhu. Sidhu is asking, hi Tanmay, getting ready to shoot at Tone Winner D4000, which I can get for good price. Have you heard them or heard anything good or bad about them? Well, Sidhu, thanks for updating us. And I think Atharva is going to make a note of it. Tone Winner D4000 subwoofer is what we are going to call out for demo. Uh, I've still not got the demo piece to do a review, but I definitely not heard any bad review about it. So you can still consider it. Next up, we have Arun asking us, "Hello, sir. I'm building my house. So what room size I kept for people? What room size I can keep for people of for 10 people? Okay, and what budget will be best?" Well, Arun, I think for 10 people, anywhere 15 by 20 or 14 by 20 feet can also work well. If you want to go for a little bigger room and if you can, manage with your space, then try to go for at least 25 feet by 15, 16 feet. Because then you will have a good, comfortable space to move around. I think yesterday's shoot that we did, that was a room size of 30 feet by 14 feet at the back, but in the front where the screen is, it was pretty narrow, around 11 feet. So that room had around 8 people of sitting capacity. Three to two, no, 7 people.
7 people.
Yeah. But in your case, when you go for a wider room, you can just divide it into two rows, have five recliners at the back or six at the back and four in the front. So that's how you can do it. Brian says, cheers, brother. Can't wait. The 5800 is too expensive. I agree, Brian. That's expensive. And that's like one of the first laser projector from BenQ in the recent times. Most of the other models that they are now revamping is that they're migrating from lamp-based models to an LED version, which the BenQ W4000i is. Shakir is asking, how can I make my room soundproof? Why, when I'm playing, my neighbors are complaining. I have a door and a window in my room. Well, Shakir, do first thing is that you need to get these acoustic panels, okay, installed. Now, these acoustic panels, though, are going to cut down on the echo and reduce a little bit of sound transmission. But what you also need is that you need to put a sound blanket or an MLV sheet. MLV stands for mass loaded vinyl, and that's like a rubber form. So I don't know how many of you have seen what they really use in your cars. Do you know how do they control the car sound wherein it does not go out or the outside sound come in? Well, they use maximum rubber, and these rubber are pasted on your doors, on your windows, your door sealants, your window sealants, your roof, everywhere, even through your body cabinet engine, everywhere they'll try to wrap up the MLV sheet so that it dampens the sound and contains it within that space, and it does not allow to travel it to other area. So that is something which you need to work upon in your room, and I'm sure that would solve your purpose. Typically, if you ask me the costing for MLV sheets, it starts from 100 rupees for a 3 small sheet, as in how the thickness increases, the cost also increases. Oh, Brian is from Australia. Wow, Brian, that's lovely to have you. And I don't know what time is this there. I'm sure it is going to be,
Late night. Late night.
yeah, it's either going to be a late night or a early morning. So thank you so much from joining. Sachin, thank you. I got it. I'll be waiting. Thank you so much, Sachin. I'm also looking forward to your home cinema system. Atul is asking, then on AVR, okay, S660H. Is it good AV receiver for home theater with limited budget, and how does it work with Yamaha NSP41 Black 5.1 speaker package? I think NSP41 is decent. It's just that it's a bookshelf speaker package. S660H, I see the desire for having a Wi-Fi and AirPlay playback. If that is the reason, Atul, then it's a good AV receiver. You can also check the Yamaha RX V4A, because that is something which will be a single family product and it will work nice too. So that can be a good alternative in the current Denon online price war. So think about that. And in terms of service, I think we have already discussed and made a separate video, or maybe discussed upon it during one of the Get Help sessions. We all know that where does Yamaha stand in terms of service and where does Denon stand. So Gaurav is saying, sir, I'm planning to buy JBL Stage Series for a 12 by 15 room. Please suggest me music oriented home theater under 2 lakhs, please. So, Gaurav, I think JBL Stage Series has got little, appreciation for its musical performance. It's got more to do with the home theater kind of performance. So, if your weightage is like more towards movies and less towards music, then yes, it will work. But if you're looking for a good balance in the music as well, then try to look out for some better alternatives, and that can be either a fine audio speaker, which is Fine Audio 303, very highly rated, a Scottish company. Then you have got Q Acoustics. Then there is Polk to some extent, the Monitor XT series. So yeah, those are some of the other options that you can consider. Okay, Devendra is saying installation projector for theater room. So Devendra, I think installation projector under 2 lakhs, the best one would be undoubtedly Epson EHTW 9400, which is still very, very strong in the market since so many years and has never seen a better alternative. So go for it, hands down. And by the way, talking about Epson, so there's an upcoming Epson event happening in Bangalore, which is from 14th of May to 16th of May. On 15th, that's the main day when they would be showcasing some of their new products. One of the inside news that I can give you is that the ultra short throw projector is supposed to see a revamp. So they are going to launch one or two more models, and 6250 is also going to see a different model or in a different pricing category. So I am hoping that the 4K projector from Epson might start from a lakh of rupees this year, a model which is going to be below the 7100. So that's going to be the highlight of this particular event, I think. But yes, the main coverage that's going to obviously be done, and we will bring out that news on that day. And those of you who are from Bangalore out here for the live session, I mean, I'm there on 16th of May, wherein we are trying to look out for people who are up for a meetup. And if they are, then we would definitely try to book a great home theater store for this meetup. So if you guys are in for it, and if you are in Bangalore, please put down in the comments so that we can get in touch with you and try to give you more details about that event. Okay, next question we have is no. Okay, so next question we have is from Mr. Naveen. So Naveen ji, thanks for joining us. It was great connecting with you today. What is better in terms of hearing music, Bose 360p or Soundtouch 30 in outdoor space? See, Soundtouch 30 is it's a single speaker, and if you're looking for that all-in-one or a Wi-Fi category, then there are tons of other better options than the Bose Touch 30. Uh, but I think what we are looking for is a more comprehensive and a permanent installation wherein you don't have to worry about fidgeting with the cables at all. So with that regards, the 360p will still be a better option because you have got two actual speakers giving you a balanced stereo sound compared to one speaker which is going to give you the stereo sound. So that's the difference. But nice to see you doing more and more research. And if you are, then when is our video of all-in-one speakers coming in?
Next Monday.
Monday,
Next
right? So Monday we have got an exciting video coming up, which is about best all-in-one speaker category, and we have listed five of them. So please feel free to watch that. And yes, we have done some few videos about these all-in-one speakers, which you can also explore in the past. Gaurav is saying, sir, okay, that was done. Abhilesh is asking, what sounds like suits best for Pioneer LX505 versus Marantz 50 versus Denon X4800H? What are sound differences between them? So, Abhilesh, honestly, the tonal quality is going to be dependent on the speakers and not on the amplifier. Amplifier is like the engine which is going to drive the sound from that speaker. Now, that engine is different in all of these three models. However, the Marantz and Denon, they're built on the same platforms, but Marantz is going to still have an upper edge in this case because it is going to be far more musical in performance compared to Pioneer and Denon. So in terms of ranking, I think Marantz for music would be far more higher than Denon and then Pioneer. When it comes to movies, I think all are equally great. It will purely be based upon what blends well with your AV receiver. Because if you've got a speaker like 4 ohm speakers, which is going to draw huge power, then you will have to go for either a Denon 4800H or a Pioneer LX505. Because Cinema 50 has got a little less power compared to the Denon X4800H. Next question we have is from Arun asking, can cinema room and audiophile grade room combine into one to save some money? Absolutely, you can, Arun. Though I don't know in terms of acoustics how much will that work, but yes, as a solution, you can definitely do that, and that is where a lot of people do bi-amping and use two extra or connect two extra speakers to the home theater setup, which are dedicated for music, and then you have a separate set for your movies. So feel free to do that. Yes, that's another good suggestion from Brian. I think if you get an external amplifier, that will also work fine in case you don't have more channels in your existing AV receiver. So an existing external amplifier will always be a good choice. JBL Stage Series, Marantz or Denon X 2800H? I think Denon 2800H. Mayank is saying, how are proficient speakers? Uh, Good speakers, not very popular, but you can definitely explore. If you want some more better options than proficient, I think you can look for Origin Acoustics, which is much more better. And what else? Speakercraft, that is again good brand, which are good competitors to proficient. How are KF and Meta speakers? Well, Manish, honestly, I mean, uh, I'm not have I don't know why, but I've never had a great appreciation corner towards KF because I don't like crisp or very sharp sound, and that is something which I've noticed in KF. But overall, I mean, I've seen a lot of forums flooding about good reviews of KF, worth considering. But if you personally ask me, I would rather shift to a BMW 600 or 700 series speakers than the KFR7 because I am someone who prefer to have a little softer sound on my ears and a little sweeter tonality. So that's where KF doesn't work for me. But yeah, if you're into certain genres which require that kind of sharpness, then feel free to go for it because it is definitely very highly rated speaker. 1500 still uses the 0.47-inch chip. Makes no sense to me. Okay, Brian, I think that's the problem with most of the DLP projectors. So very difficult to get rid of it. How is for movie X5 projector? So Mayank, I think for movie X5 projector, very very bright. Undoubtedly in the portable category, it is one of the brightest projector that I've also ever seen. I have seen a video wherein it has covered a 200 inches big screen on a playground using that small tiny projector. So definitely it is worth it. Only drawback is that it has got a Feng OS, which is the Chinese OS, and I think it's very difficult to read. So you need a Fire TV stick or any sort of media player to connect to that projector. So the built-in OS you just cannot navigate or you just cannot use. So that is the only drawback with for movie X5, and that is where I think the better competition of for movie, sorry, XGME Horizon Ultra comes into play. And now I think BenQ is also getting very, very strong. We have been requesting for some more models from BenQ. One is the X300G, which is the gaming projector and a portable projector priced around 1.4, 1.5 lakhs. Sold primarily on Amazon, but that is one model. And another one is the BenQ X500i, I think. That's again a portable projector, very, very slim, nice model. So these are two projectors which can compete well with these brands because these brands have got 1 year warranty, wherein these ones would come with 3 years. So that's going to be a good support, and you can consider them. By the way, how many people do you really consider warranty as one of the main factors while making your buying decision? If you do, if you don't do, whatever it is, put down in the comments so that we know that okay, this is really important for people and they really care about warranties, because we all know it's electronic, it's going to fail someday, but whether that happens in 1 year or 5 years, it's not in your control, and then the warranty period really doesn't make sense. If that also happens to you, feel free to share your opinions in the comment section. You operate on Agra, UP? Absolutely, Arun. I think we have done projects in Delhi, Faridabad, Greater Noida, Ambala. So Agra definitely can be executed. Talking about new cities of projects, I would like to highlight that uh, since last 1 month we have had new projects in Jaipur, then Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Bagalkot, which is in Karnataka. Shimoga is something which we are working upon right now. So these new cities have been added to our Indian map of projects. And in last 1 week, okay, in last 1 week, we had a crazy time in the office because my entire operations team was roaming around the country. I had two guys in Nellore for almost 2 nights. Then I mean, we have also posted those pictures on Instagram if you want to check, or if there's a short video also been uploaded about that project. Then we had one calibration guy go to Delhi to install a projector. Then we have had a couple of engineers doing a 4 movie projector with a 120 inches USTLR install in Mumbai, and we have had one person go to Indore for another site visit. So it has been crazy time in the last week at office, and these are the kind of locations that we have done and managed to deliver in only 1 week. So that's how we do, and that's how aggressive my team is as well in terms of executing the project. Please suggest good HDMI splitter which have HDMI EARC also for audio extraction. So Shrikant, unfortunately, there is only one company as of now which has managed to do that in the best format, which is the HD Fury Arcana. That is the product that you can look for. It is priced around 35 or 38,000 Indian rupees, and that is the only product which has got EARC. Most of the other models have got ARC, but this is the only one which has got EARC. Next up, we have a question from Anuj. Anuj is asking, which is the budget speaker for home theater? Okay.
Wi-Fi speakers. Maybe he need to watch the video.
Anuj, I don't know if you're referring to a Wi-Fi speaker or a all-in-one speaker or if it's a home theater speaker. And also in home theaters, as we all know now, there are three, four categories: satellite, bookshelf, floor standing. So we would need some more understanding from you. And if you need some hand-holding into this, there's a comment that is pinned on the chat, which is the Design Your Dream Home Cinema comment. Please use that. Fill out the form. Get in. You'll get a message asking you to select your preferred time slot with our technical expert and get ahead with it. Next up, we have a question from Mr. GV asking us, how is BenQ HT 5550 for 12 by 12 room? This is my first projector. Also, how is pole flow standing speakers T50? I think projector is decent, GV. What you need to definitely change is the floor standing speakers. T50 not so good. I would rather go in for a Taga Harmony or a Yamaha flow standing speakers over Polk T50. MXT in Polk, if you want to stick to Polk, then upgrade to the Monitor XT series. That's far more better. Okay, it's 12 a.m. Okay, thank you, Brian. Uh, how can a sealed subwoofer like Stark Sound SW15 going down to 14 hertz without ports and because of just 475 watts of power for a 15-inch sub? I step back from considering it. Uh, Never heard of it. Sidhu, I don't know which, because there are so many homegrown brands like BIC America, Stark Sound, which make subwoofers which show crazy numbers on paper. I don't know how much are they able to achieve and how much are they able to achieve without distortion. So do consider all of these factors and then go for those numbers. Always go for the reviews that are coming out from the users because those are more authentic and that is something which you can relate to in a far more better way than relying on just a spec sheet. Anjum is asking best AVR under 50,000 with pre-out. Well, Anjum, I don't think there would be any AV receiver under 50,000 with pre-outs. The only pre-outs that you may still get is from the Marantz NR series, and that too only for the fronts. You are not going to have pre-outs for all. Should I paste my MLV sheets all over the room walls and doors and ceiling for soundproof? Start with walls and doors, Shakir. If that solves your purpose and if your neighbors don't come knocking back on your doors, then you're sorted. And if it still is a problem, then that is where you'll have to do it on the walls. Okay, next question we have is wow, so many messages today. If you have a meet and greet in Mumbai in the near future, kindly let me know. We were planning to organize it in the CD, in the Smart Home Expo, but you won't believe only one day also couldn't, be enough for us at the Smart Home Expo. It was that kind of big and a massive exhibition. We even missed out on checking out few demo rooms like Theory Audio and I think Genelec. So yeah, how much ever we try to squeeze in, but things don't happen, and there's so much to do in the world. So, but definitely, maybe not this time, but sometime soon we will plan for a meetup in various parts of
You
country.
can ask Bangalore people to reply to your question.
Oh yeah, Bangalore guys, if there are any, please feel free to let us know if you guys are free to meet on 16th of May. That too at a home theater store in the center of the city. So we have got three distributors out there: Cinebills, which is in Clips and Yamo. Then we have ProFX, which is Pole, Kef, Denon, and now JBL. And the third one is a surprise that I'm not going to share right now. But until and unless you tell me if you are from Bangalore, then yes, we can start that discussion. Uh, Okay, next up we have is a question from Shriman Sultania. Is Onkyo stable again and is it recommended to get Onkyo TX RZ50 or should I look for something else? Well, Onkyo TX RZ50 is definitely a great AV receiver if you're looking for a movie-based performance because it has got a direct live calibration built in. For others, it's compatible. You have to buy the license. With this, you get the license also for free. But what is going to be more important is that what speakers are you connecting it to? What is the configuration? So share those details, Shriman, and then we can discuss more on your question. Gaurav is saying, I am from Junjunu, Rajasthan. Where to buy genuine JBL products and please tell about discount on MRP in JBL and D category in Delhi markets. Honestly, there are so many players online who are posting their products. Some of them can be genuine, some of them can be wherein the company have raised their hands and they're like, "Ki buy from them, but don't come to us for service." So it's very difficult to tell you that where to buy. That you'll have to do on your own research if you're looking for Delhi markets. But one thing I can tell you is that if you want anything from us, you can reach out to our sales team and they can guide you. Uh, yes, I've just sent a link on the chat which has got the connection to directly reach out to our sales team on WhatsApp. Why don't you become an English professor? Okay. Uh, let's not have that because many people abuse me for using English language. They want me to talk in Hindi. I don't know how many people will actually unsubscribe after watching my videos in Hindi because that's not just going to come out great in this industry. And I feel that uh, English is still not a bad mean of communication. That's just comfortable for me and for our team. So we use that. No offense to any other languages. AVR versus integrated amplifier. Please tell about most reliable and low maintenance. See, AVR is a home theater AV receiver. Integrated amplifiers are generally used for musical performance, wherein you want to have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything in that two-channel amplifier. So that's an integrated amplifier primarily, and that's the main difference between AVR versus integrated amp. Integrated as in everything integrated inside that amplifier in a very simple language. Basically saying what is the best way to connect pole PSW10 subwoofer from Denon 1700H? Is it okay to connect left right pre-out to subwoofer and take out of left and right from subwoofer? I think the best way is to just get the sub pre-out one or the sub one port of Denon X 1700H. Use that single RCA cable, connect it to either left or right, or there is one wherein you have got LFE mentioned. So connect it to LFE. Money says, will new Cinema 30 would be okay for KF Meta or Denon 6800H? Uh, Honestly, to get the best juice from your KF R7, I would not recommend using it directly with any of the AV receivers, because when you're looking for spending a good amount of money on the speakers, you definitely need to also pair it with a good power amplifier. So add a good stereo power amp, then connect the pre-outs of your AV receiver, whichever that is. Even if it's a Denon X3800H, it's still okay. Connect the pre-outs to the power amp and then use it. That ideally is the best way to enjoy your speakers to its best capacity. In India, why are Onkyo AVRs lacking in clientele? Is it due to after sale service and spare parts? Not really, Jayant. I think the reason why Onkyo AVRs are less, or they don't have too many people buying it, is first of all they missed out on the big COVID wave. When after COVID, even when all the other brands came into the market with all the new models, Onkyo still wasn't there because they had got bankrupt. Pioneer pulled it over, and there's been a lot of story around it. Or probably Pioneer got bankrupt and Onkyo took over it. So now Pioneer and Onkyo belong to the same group, and they had a big revamp. So that transition took them almost 2 to 3 years, and that is why there is less number of people taking care or selling or buying Pioneer and Onkyo in the Indian markets. And globally also, I think Onkyo will still always not have those kind of numbers as much as Denon and Marantz will have. What speakers are suited for Denon X 6700H? Well, Praveen, I think that's a very, very difficult question to answer in this life because I don't have any idea about your room. I don't know if you're looking for in-wall, on-wall, floor standing, what category of speakers, what is the viewing distance, what is the room size. So we would definitely need all of this, and for that you can either use the Design Your Dream Home Cinema pinned comment to get in touch with our team, or use the WhatsApp link. That's something which can work better for you. Tushar is saying, Tanmay sir, please give me an advice that what audio and AV composition will match to TW7100 projector for home cinema. Again, Tushar, use the link for designing your dream home theater because we need to understand more elements about your room. I think started with the video with that only that the more and more content come from you in terms of the layout, videos, photos, and whatnot, the more better we can guide you. So please feel free to share that. Sugesh is asking, then my dedicated home theater room size is 12 by 20. Currently, I have one Yamo C912 12 inches sub. Is it enough to drive this room, or I have to place one more sub? I have a SVS SB 1000 Pro sealed sub too. Uh, why don't you do one thing, Sugesh? Try your system once with your Yamo C912 and try it once with the SVS SB 1000 Pro. I don't know what speakers you're using, but if your speakers are full range any which ways, or if they are three-way, then the SB series subwoofer is fine. If it's two-way speaker or a 2.5-way speaker, then the C912 sub is good. Buying one is okay to start with, but having two is always mandatory to get a good balance. And that is why you need to watch our video on multiple subwoofers. It will give you much more better understanding, and they should ideally be of the same brand if possible, or same model number also. But as you said, it's not a good choice to keep. Okay, yes, but as you said, it's not a good choice to keep different type of subwoofer. Yes, so I think you've already seen that video, Sugesh, right? Uh, so yes, you have got the answer. It's not great to have different types of subwoofers, two different types of subwoofers in the same room. Always go for the same model, And if you feel there is a lack of bass, get your calibration done first, and then in spite of doing the calibration, if it's not solving your problem, then add an extra subwoofer. How is Bravia Theatre Quad? Well, Achut, good news is that we have got a confirmation from Sony today itself. They would be sending us the Sony HT A9 Quad, which is the recent release to their old four speakers, those white, I think something like this. Where is that? Okay. Yeah, something like this, the Sonos ones. So they have those four speakers connected to their console box. That now Sony has upgraded, and they are launching, or rather they have launched a new system, which is the Sony HT A9 Quad. And Quad is nothing but a rectangular or a square box, which is again four in numbers, and it creates a phantom center. So I am also intrigued by this new model and this new product from Sony, and we have just received the confirmation today on that product. So sometime probably in this month, you will definitely have that review video coming up, and we are going to compare it with Sonos Arc, which we have here, and the JBL Bar 1300.
Sennheiser Ambio.
Sennheiser Ambio, this is the mini one, so maybe that is not going to help everyone get the right answer. Moving on, we have got which speakers are good for Denon. Okay, that we just did. Anuj is saying, thanks, Tanmay, for designing my home theater system. It is almost 1 year and I'm fully satisfied. Sound quality enriched after being calibrated, done by Akshay. Big thanks to Akshay. Well, Anuj, I'll definitely pass on your regards to Akshay. And yes, he has been a blessing to us. A lot of people, I think, have been appreciating Akshay nowadays. And he definitely deserves a Cadbury or a Dairy Milk tomorrow. Let's try to give him that from you, Anuj.
But this shows that calibration is really important.
Absolutely, calibration is very, very important, and that brings up to one of the topics that we are going to cover in the next videos, which is direct calibration versus Odyssey calibration. Uh, I am going to ask Anuj to put a few of his own words and experience because he has had a direct done recently on his Marantz AV receiver. So yes, I think Anuj, feel free to put that up. But that's one topic that we are going to do a video upon soon. So stay
And
subscribed.
would you like to tell them about the difference you felt in the Odyssey setup and direct setup?
Undoubtedly, I mean, there's a big difference in the direct and the Odyssey calibrations. Direct lets you control your speaker curves properly, and it can really help fine tune the system to the best possible level, which Odyssey probably will not. There is a paid version of Odyssey which not many people opt for, which is around 10, 15, or 20,000 rupees. I have even tried checking with that calibration, but still direct will always be one of the premium calibration softwares in the market of home cinema. uh, okay, next up we have is Naveen asking us which is better for us, 360p versus 251. I still feel 360p if it's a garden speaker. 251 is, I think, the wall mount one. Please suggest a good speaker package for home theater to buy under 40,000. Well, Atul, under 40,000, I think uh, you can check the Yamaha home theater package. Is probably that would be the best options to buy, because most of the other home theater products would start from 50 or 50 plus, and that's just the speaker package. So without amplifier. Next question we have is from Mr. Anuj. Okay, good budget home theater. Okay, uh, Man Cave Audio. Maran Cinema 70 has all pre-outs. It is a 7.1 AV receiver. Absolutely, that's one option. As I said, Maran's NR 1711 upgraded version of Maran Cinema 70s. So it has got all pre-outs, but I don't know if it's under 50K because that's what he's looking for. Next question we have is does a Y splitter improve sub performance of subs? If you're connecting to left and rights, it does. We have never tested it. We have just used it with single RC, and it still satisfies the performance properly because the signal that goes from the subwoofer pre-out of your AV receiver is a mono signal. So even if you put it in a Y splitter, it's not going to really uh, do any change according to the theory. So that's why we have never tried it. Adish is saying my smart TV does not have e-arc, will that be a problem for watching apps in my TV after connecting to AV receiver? Samsung Tizen Smart TV. Well, Atish, if your AV receiver is a Dolby Atmos AV receiver and your system is Dolby Atmos, then it is definitely going to give you the lossless Atmos output, considering that it is going to be pulled out from an ARC port and not EARC port. The better suggestion to you is that buy a separate media player, connect it directly to the AV receiver. So that way your Atmos will not be compressed. It would be in a much more better format. How to play multi-room ceiling speakers with subwoofer which is connected to AV receiver? Well, Gaurav, it is difficult to connect a subwoofer, like a normal active subwoofer, to a multi-room ceiling speaker. The best way is if those speakers have got built-in amplifier, pull out an RC if that supports it, and then connect it to an external subwoofer. Option two, if it is a amplifier-based solution, then your amplifier needs to have a line out port so that you can connect to it. I had goosebumps when you read my comment, but you answered and I'm satisfied. Thanks, bro. Good. Thank you so much, Sugesh. Nice talking to you and looking forward for your multiple subs in your cinema room. David is saying, confused which one to go for, Maran Cinema 50 or Maran's AV 7706. I think, David, the best answer is always go for AV separates if you can. So go for AV 7706 and buy a good amplifier along with it, a dedicated power amplifier. Midun is saying, good evening, Tanmoy. I am planning to set up dedicated home theater room of 20 feet by 16 feet. Is it right measurements? Absolutely, Midun. That's a very nice measurement, 20 by 16. Go for it. Try to keep your height of at least 10 to 11 feet if you can, and you're good to go. Gaurav, I think you definitely need to use our Dream Home Cinema link because it will give you far more clarity than me just giving you some inputs right now on the video. Uh, Next question I have is from Yogendra asking who is done on authorized dealer in India. Well, Yogendra, there are two distributors. There's no dealer, okay, because there are importers who import these products and distribute it in the market. So these distributors are PTC and ProFX. ProFX is based out of Bangalore. PTC is based out of India. Based out of Mumbai, and they both supply their Denon AV receivers across India. So if you buy from their reliable or their assigned dealers like us, then you will obviously get warranty support. Okay, before I take on few these questions, I would like to firstly thank all of you because we have recently touched 20,000 subscribers on YouTube in the past month since our last live. So thank you so much for that, and I hope that you keep sharing our videos to more and more people in your network who are willing to do home theaters and they want a good guidance. Then our videos have always been about that. So feel free to share it. Let's try to take the number to 50K, 1 lakh, whatever we can achieve, because the more subscribers we have on our channel, the more strong our voice becomes when we reach out to brands. So I would definitely request you for that. And thank you once again for helping us reach 20K. Our next target is obviously 50. That's what we are working upon. And the good news is that we have even reached 10,000 plus followers on our Instagram handle. And Instagram is something that I feel you guys need to definitely follow us upon, because that's one place wherein we are super active to post daily stories, daily work progress, what is happening everywhere, some behind the action scenes. So please be there, follow us, hit that follow button on Instagram too, and show us your love. Not on my handle though, because that's a little private handle. I think you can use the Touchwood Automations handle, which is very, very active on Instagram. So just search for Touchwood Automations and follow us over there. Sir, I'm from Ambala City. Do you provide your services in our area? Absolutely, we do. We recently actually did a project in Ambala with the BMW speakers. It was also again posted on our Instagram handle, along with the testimony of our client from Ambala, who happens to be a great doctor. So yes, we do have our services in your area, ASR. Yama Wipeout is not good. I did the measurements and level and set them myself for much better sound. I agree. Wipeout is not that great, but it's still better than the MC ACC which Pioneer has got to offer. Pioneer and Onkyo. How much does a 7.2.4 cost? Okay, that's interesting. See, the AV receiver of 7.2.4 configuration starts from around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. So that's just the AV receiver cost. The speaker cost can vary. It can start from 3 lakhs to 4 lakh rupees. Put together as a combination, the pricing that you should look for is around 7 8 lakh rupees with the cables. Please do a video on wiper calibration also. Okay, we'll definitely try that. We have spoken about Yamaha AV receiver and some of the settings in the past when we covered the Yamaha RX A2A AV receiver, but we'll try to do a separate video on the wiper calibration too. Shrimani Singh, I'm planning for a 5.1.2 speaker system using Magnat speakers powered with OnQ RZ50. Is this a good system? AV receiver is good, Shriman. Speakers, it's okay. We have got a lot of people who have used Magnat speakers, have not been very, very satisfied with it because of the low sensitivity and not the great coverage that it has got. So if you have still not bought it, you can take your time and explore some more options too. Prompt information is the reason for 20K subscribers. Keep up the good. Thank you so much. That really means a lot, and we will continue with the same promptness from our end. Okay, Anuj is saying if you want to enjoy and feel even the slightest sound, go for direct. I
If you enjoy.
Okay, if you enjoy movies in boomy environment, go for Odyssey. Wow, thank you so much, Anuj. That actually puts thing right in in a very nice one liner. So thank you so much for that. And I think Atharva is going to be in touch with you soon for the Dirac versus Odyssey content. So Anuj, expect a call from him. And thank you once again for your feedback out here. It is saying how is Storminer amp 8300 11 channel as compared to Emotiva XPA? As a power amp, I think Tone Winner is very famous. It's getting very popular in Indian markets now, and I'm happy for it. New brand coming up, it's always nice. Uh, Compared to XPA, I feel XPA will still score better. I think this Tone Winner has got better comparisons with the Basic series compared to the XPA series. Oh, by the way, that brings me to a very, very good news, which is about RCAM AV receivers. So, RCAM AV receivers have recently dropped the prices only on one model, which is the AVR5, and we have done a exclusive video on that AVR5. Please go back to our channel after this live session and watch that video. That's like RCAM, as we all know, is like one of the premium brands in the AV receivers, power amplifiers, as well as AV processor category. So AVR5, that's like their 11 channel AV receiver in terms of processing and 7 channel in terms of amplification. So that AV receiver has dropped the prices from 3,30,000 to 2.5 lakh rupees as an MRP. So try to see if that you can use. And to those of you who are willing to add power amps to your setup, they have also reduced the pricing on the PA410 power amp, which is now available at only 1,20,000 rupees for 4 channel power amplifier. So please reach out to us if you don't have resources. If you have someone, then get in touch with them. Next question we have is from Arvind asking us, hi Tanmay, do I need an AV receiver if I don't like loud sounds but good clarity at low sound? I think AV receiver is the only way to go, or a power amplifier with a processor is the only way to go, Arvind. Because achieving good clarity at low sound is possible with these kind of solutions and not with the soundbar kind of thing. And another thing that you need to consider is good sensitivity speakers. So there is a parameter or a specification called sensitivity in most of the speaker specs. So go for the ones which have got 90 dB or anything above that, because that means that they will consume less power, which means you don't have to increase the volume levels, but they'll still give you the desired output. How is ALPD projectors like for movie or similar? Well, Rajesh, I think ALPD projectors are very, very popular. They are like one of the back-end OEM suppliers for big, big brands like BenQ, Optima, ViewSonic, etc. And their recent models have been the JM Go, then for movie XGME. So these have been some of their popular models, which have like literally taken the portable market to a next level. I think these guys have done a fantastic job in that, and they are really good. So go for it. The only drawback I see in Indian market is that there is less warranty support on that product, which is only 1 year. ASR is asking, sir, which projector is better, laser or lamp? Wow. Uh, I think very controversial question. Laser is definitely the future because it cuts down on the power consumption. It moves the brands towards the greener and a cleaner energy. So that's why you see a lot of brands today coming up with laser and LED technologies. In terms of the picture sharpness and brightness, laser again is great. The only areas wherein at times they lack is that they cannot be greatly controlled as much as a lamp-based projector can. So shop for laser projectors only when you go for the best projectors like Sony XW5000 ES or the Epson LS12000Bs or the recent BenQ 5800, those kind of models. Then your laser investment will be worth it. Epson versus BenQ for after sale service. Okay, so this again, I mean, it depends from city to city because eventually these guys have appointed local authorized service centers. How fast do those authorized service centers react? It's purely going to be subjective on that respective service center. For instance, when I log a complaint for a client based in Bangalore or Mumbai, I don't have to send my engineer to remove the projector. But the service centers in Pune, they trouble us for Epson. They ask us to send our engineer to only remove the projector so that they can work upon it, which is really pathetic and very troublesome for us. So that ways, it varies from state to state or from city to city. But one thing we have noticed is that in terms of fast responsiveness, both are at par. Epson slightly better in terms of the reaching out directly to the company, not to the service center. Yes, the Apple TV and Nvidia Shield are the first or second, but one for the price of Xiaomi 4K. Why don't you try it and give a feedback to us? Okay, so Apple TV and Nvidia Shield, I think we have already done few videos, but we will try and get some more content for you around it. Xiaomi 4K, not tried it. We tried the MI player, if that is what you're referring to. That was
Me
MI
box,
box,
me
Mi
box.
box, MI box, yeah. But that wasn't that par. I mean, it wasn't that great, to be very honest. Fire TV stick is far more convenient. How much cost for direct calibration for AV system? Well, for direct calibration, the license, if you're using Marantz or Denon, which has got compatibility to their license, then they have got 30,000 rupees, 35,000 rupees licenses for full bandwidth and a separate license fee for the base control management. This is just the fee for the license that you'll be paying to the direct guys. To the installer or to the calibrator, he would charge anywhere between 20,000 to 25,000 to begin with. Next up, we have is, do diameter of speaker wire matter for sound output? It really does, because higher the gauge, the better the sound output is going to be, because you're going to have multiple copper strands carrying the data, so the data transmission will be far more better. Uh, but again, it varies from your distance to distance. So if you're going to lay a 50 feet cable, then yes, you need to go for a lower gauge or better thicker cable. So 14 awg, 12 awg. So as the American wire gauge reduces, the thickness of the cable increases, and that is what is recommended for longer lengths. But if the distances are small, like let's say just 10, 15 feet, then even a 16 awg can work fine. And also, if you're using a power amp, then don't use 16 awg, then use a 14 awg at least. Rohit is saying, I'm using Focal Aria 936. What amplifier to use as Emotiva Base X trips at higher volume? We have used Focal Arias with Rotel, and Rohit, I would definitely vouch for that, because Rotels are one of the best power amps I have personally witnessed, just below Macintosh, obviously. But yeah, those are really nice, and you can consider them. If not that, then between the Tone Winner and the Basics, or the XPA series, I would still go with an XPA. Thank you for your previous review. Okay. Thank you so much. Uh, Before I take on few next questions, let us talk about Smart Home Expo. Why don't we, Atharva? So you tell us your experience, because this was your first show. Last year I did attend in Delhi, but for you this was your first time. So what do you have to share?
So three booths I like personally.
Mhm.
The first
I'm going
one
to put
was
a camera on you.
no, it's okay.
Okay.
So the Bang and Olufsen booth was phenomenal.
Okay.
That booth I liked very much. Second one, I would say the Martin Logan booth. There, the Meridian and Martin Logan speakers. And lastly, the Macintosh booth. I mean, we have seen the Macintosh products recently, but the way they've showcased Sonos Faber speakers and Macintosh amplifiers and all, that was something extraordinary. But still, I would rant for the B&O booth, obviously, because their demo of those speakers was something really I mean,
Very
I
true.
haven't seen that yet, so that was me experiencing it for the first time.
Absolutely. I mean, for anybody who is going to be at those kind of exhibitions, they are going to get awestruck, because that's like one of the nicest exhibition that has happened in the recent times. And with so many variety of speakers, amplifiers, cables, accessories, automation products, lighting products, acoustic products on display, I think it's like a shopping mall which we never find in one place, right? So that is something that you get from these exhibitions, and some of the best products are at display. He has already given you some of the list. We have also uploaded those uh, best floor standing speakers and
Yep.
whatnot already. We have got some more product and videos that are going to be coming on Smart Home
And
Expo.
would you like to tell them about the demo of Focal and clips? You were in the demo.
Yes,
You also took the demo of Sim2 projectors, and how about that?
yes. So there were around eight odd demo rooms that they've had at the exhibition, and those demo rooms really were big enough to accommodate a great setup. So Clips guys had two cinema booths, and they really did a fantastic job in both the booths. I think the one on the right hand side was the lower one, and the one on the left hand was the bigger one, or something of that sort.
Left one was the lower one,
And
right
the
one
right
was the
one was the
bigger one.
bigger one. Yes.
But they played the loosey clip on the smaller one,
Yeah, and that clip was really fascinating.
and the projector,
And the
obviously
projector
Sim2.
too. Yes. So they used the Sim2 projector, and then just right next door they had another room which was of Sim2 projectors. And I'm not going to really give too much of information right now, because nobody will watch our videos then. So do watch out these videos that are coming for Sim2 and all these other products from Smart Home Expo. We have had really one of the craziest times. Focal demo room also was fantastic with their Utopia 1000 Involve series. I think uh, that room was such such a nice experience, because it was very very spacious. So you could have enough room for the sound to travel in that room, and that's why I think these demo rooms really took a great hit in this Smart Home Expo. So yes, do keep following these videos once they come in on our channel in this coming week. And moving on to the next question, we have we have next question from, okay, Rajesh. Can you suggest a good laser projector 4K or Full HD under 1 lakh? Well, Rajesh, the laser projectors start from mostly around 2.5 lakhs. In the ultra short throw category, there's only one model, I think, for movie C3, and maybe one or two brands more which are in the range of 1.5 to 2 lakhs. But I think not recommended. If you're going for 4K laser, always be prepared to spend 3.5 lakhs and above. Arvind is saying, can we expect Touchwood Home Automation online shop? Absolutely, Arvind. The work is underway, and it's not going to be just Touchwood. It's going to be far more better than that. And it's not just going to be an online shop, because you know us by now. You know that we are not just about selling, and we don't want to just flood the website like all other websites by putting up only e-commerce. So we have been working extensively on it, and that is expected to be live soon. So yes, all the details will follow as and how we launch that. So yes, it is coming this year itself. Don't worry, and not just this year, before Diwali only. One last question. I have a budget of 10 lakhs. Is it possible to build a cinema room with laser projector and 5.1.2 with acoustics? With acoustics, I don't know your room size, so we'll have to figure out on that. But a 10 lakh rupees budget for laser projector and a 5.1.2, that's doable. No problem with it. But for that, use the link so that you get the better guidance. So there's a link that is pinned in the comment or the chat box, which is Design Your Dream Home Cinema. To those of you who have recently joined in, or to those of you who are in the chat box asking for various home theater solutions configurations, that's a free tool which you can use to connect with our experts, who will guide you. And if you need more advanced connection with me, then feel free to sign up for a T20 call, which I will spend good 20 minutes minimum with you to address all your queries. So opt for these things which are free, as well as some are chargeable, but that can help you, and we can then get good solutions designed for you guys. Harsh is saying, how is NAD T778 AV receiver, and is it available in India? Harsh, yes, T778 is a great receiver. We have done an exclusive video also on that T778 AV receiver in the past. Used it in a couple of our installations. Very very nice, very robust product. and is available in India. If you need it, I can help you connect with the person who can help you with this product. Anuj is saying, I have 5 lakh budget is good home cinema, is acoustic is costly. Uh, well, Anuj, 5 lakhs is a good budget for home cinema. For acoustics, you may have to spend extra. Srinivas is saying 7.2.4 living room home theater dimensions 13 width and 15 length. Budget 6 to 7 lakhs. I think Srinivas, I don't know if you have filled the form or no, but we do have a lot of Srinivases from South who have been reaching out to us for home theaters. 7.2.4 in the living room with 6 to 7 lakhs. Decent budget, no problem, you can definitely achieve it. Is Bandridge still a good brand for speaker wires and HDMI? Yes, Bandridge is a good cable company. There's also Profit Gold, which is available, which is also equally nice. So these two brands are great in the Indian markets, distributed by the same distributor, and you can go ahead with it. Well, that was great. I think we just exactly finished an hour, and that is where even the questions stopped. So, thank you for that.
Nice timing.
Very, very apt, very right timing. Within 1 hour, we could exactly finish up all the questions. If at all you have few more questions, then I am going to just drop a link of that which I've just did, put them across in the chat box, or use the link and connect to us on WhatsApp, and feel free to share your queries there too. Apart from that, if you have got any more suggestions about your content ideas or the things that you want to hear from us, feel free to put that right now, because I'm going to leave you with last 2 minutes of this live session, which I think was fantastic to catch up with you guys after a month's time. And to those of you who have already blocked their calendars and they know that this is a ritual that we do every month. So YouTube live sessions happen every second Thursday of the month at 7:30 p.m. So next one will be
13th of June.
13th of June at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to be live again, answering all those questions. So whatever challenges, whatever doubts, whatever queries you guys have in the next 1 month, and if you want to connect with me again, use this live session to do that. And and to those of you who have recently joined in, let me just share our calendar. We have one long format video coming on Monday, one on Thursday, every Thursday. So these two long format videos are live every uh, 7:30 p.m. on these 2 days. And apart from that, we have good amount of shorts which are very, very educational, short and crisp, that are also releasing every day. So this is our content calendar, and this is what we do for a living. Feel free to show your support. Feel free to reach out to us for any queries. And with Atharva, I Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, will see you again on 13th of June at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.